take a hit, but you'll probably want to focus on making sure your line has some sort of slayers throughout your armies. I'm also not playing with any mods. I started playing with a few mods on the side to make life a little bit easier when I'm playing by myself. And I'll be using a couple of them when I start streaming by myself, but there is one I thought was a little too strong until you basically get to the end game. And that's the, it removes the, so I use two most of the time, which is just the local populace corruption removal, but I use the light version, so there's no buff to it. It just removes the static for that. And then I also have the great power removed, because that is literally just there to stop you.
Yeah, that certainly sounds pretty strong out there. And a little chaos in there.
Yeah, it's like when you're like the #1 strength power, like you just get a 40 aversion penalty to the game. Yeah, I typically have a problem with Doomstacks in that I feel like it's just too boring. Like, if you're trying to play the game in a hurry, Doomstacks are the best way to play.
Yeah.
But like I prefer to have more balanced comp.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can load in. Oh, I was just having trouble loading, and I'm also over here watching my stream go up and down on its rate.
Yep.
I'm up to 43% drop frames. That's not good. I probably shouldn't even be trying the stream. I don't know why. Internet, come on. I blame the internet. It's also why it's also probably taking forever to load.
Yeah, because mine's basically like waiting for player to finish loading, and it has like a timer, and I'm like, don't time them. I just want to play the game.
Yeah. What's up, internet? Come on.
There it goes.
There we go. Waiting for other players to finish. There! I've loaded in, finally.
Okay, your turn's before my turn, so I don't think...
Alright.
Or maybe we go at the same time?
I couldn't tell you.
No, I can't go until you go.
Alright.
But I can't come over and look.
I see.
So you basically want to take that... so how I figured out, because I was actually playing Caricature, because I figured you want to play the White Dwarf.
Yeah.
Is toss that... Runesmith into your Ungrim's army, and then just go crack Face Smasher right in his face.
Alright, how do I do that? Let's see here.
So, yeah, click on the dude, and then like right-click on Ungrim Iron Fist, and it'll merge him into your unit.
Isn't he already in the unit? Or no?
No. Like, there's a little guy like right next to him.
The little guy next. Aha.
Yeah.
There.
Son.
And then that. Scouting.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go.
And then I come over here and hit that.
Yep.
And then I wait for it to... Oh, there we go. We're good. And then let's see here. I'm going to want to click Fight Battle.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Also, hey, Chaos, if you didn't say that, I know. I see you in there.
Yeah. I will spectate this fight.
Alright, let's see how terrible I do this.
Achievement unlocked, Tale of Glory. Spectate a battle.
Ooh. Apparently I got that achievement too. But I'm not spectating.
I have no idea. Let me take a look.
It's my battle. What the hell?
That's gonna be a pain until you finish loading it. So I used to do these battles wrong. You're basically going to want to put your ranged forward, which the game actually typically does. Have them just pick at the lines until like they start to get close, and then just move your ranged behind your melee dudes and have the melee clash.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here.
And I wish I had the cinematic camera. I was thinking of getting that mod too.
Let's see here. What am I? That's them over there. I see.
Yep. So they're gonna hold the. They're gonna hold entirely for you.
Okay.
If this follows the same playstyle when I did this battle before. I can't ping the map, but you'll basically just want to move everything slowly forward until you're at like one of the two bridges. And then basically like hold a squad of Slayers back to deal with those goblins on the side. Or the Orc Biggins on the side. And then just kind of move your guys forward slowly until you can get the shots off on the Orc boys in front, and then just start pelting them until they come at you. And then do like I said, and you should be fine. So, like, you'll want to go, like, right here. I don't know if you can see my little marker.
Yeah, I see the marker. I see the arrows. We're good. We're good.
Yeah. And then just use your range to just shoot into that guy. And then just keep an eye on this guy right over here, and you'll be, like, solid. That's neat. I like that it lets me do colors.
Ah, yes, I can see you. All right, let's grab my Giant Slayer unit, or the regular Slayers.
Just your regular Slayers. You want your Giant Slayers getting up and in there because these guys are going to be like they're going to murder whatever they target. So you're going to want them into like the multiple unit line.
Pump those dwarven legs.
All right, come on, dwarves, you can do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, much like the old Warhammer Fantasy battles, dwarves are a bit on the slow side.
There yet? Are we there yet?
You're getting there, yeah.
We're almost there.
They're a lot better with Ungrim. Slayers are actually, especially like Giant Slayers, they're really good at getting their murder off. What you want to do is you want to use them as line corners to deal with cavalry and stuff, because they have anti-large, so they're really good against the cavalry. The thing is just that they're not armored, so they tend to not do as well against others. You probably want to move your warriors up a little bit. There you go.
That's what I'm doing. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
For the ancestor gods.
Create my front lines. Are they even hitting them?
Yeah, they're hitting them.
Okay.
You probably want to move your soldiers a little bit back so that your guys aren't shooting over them, but to be fair, the distance is large enough that it's not a big deal.
I shouldn't have friendly fire until they get up close.
Yeah. There they go, now they're moving up. So now you'll want to have your range just take care of the goblin guys, because they're like, they have like no they're expendable in poor leadership, so they'll kill things quickly. And then now you're going to want to just move your guys up.
It is a reckoning.
You can also pause the battle at any time to give your guys orders.
Go! Charge!
Yep. And the Orc Biggins on your side are coming up, so you might want to just go ahead and throw your Slayers at them. They'll kill them super easy, so you won't have to worry too much. And don't forget to throw your Lords in there.
Alright, you two. Why are you standing back there? Charge in!
Yeah.
Plow through. Yes, yes. Take aim.
There you go. Yeah, I would just focus fire down the one goblins at a time.
Yeah. What kind of figure, I guess?
Yep, there you go, and now you can focus on the other one. I'm gonna go watch this fight over here.
Your lord is under attack.
Shoot.
Ah, they popped lag. You're still doing fine.
Do I have any abilities I can pop? Or no?
Your Runesmith might have one.
Runesmith.
He looks like the hammer. You'll also probably want to throw your Lord up. Never mind, your Giant Slayers are just absolutely wrecking the Orc Lord.
Yeah.
Yep. So now you'll probably want to pull somebody out to go and help back up the other Slayers. Not that they won't win that fight, they'll just help win it faster.
Right. Let's grab you.
Ready to strike! Thunderers! Sir!
Shoot that guy that's running away. That I think is their lord.
Oh! Taste of Glory is play a multiplayer campaign.
Huh. I'm not exactly dropping frames once I get into the battle. I guess it's the loading matches that I'm having issues with.
That would make sense because loading uses the most CPU.
Yeah.
Yep,
Victory!
looks like everything just broke, so victory is yours.
But
Yeah.
in battle...
Good game.
Yay, achievement. Spoils for a fight. Okay.
So there you go. You came out relatively unscathed in your first fight.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that is a good point to put out. Is that your quarrelers will shoot over your guys, whereas your guns will have more problems because they shoot more straight.
They're guns, and guns shoot in a direct line.
Yeah, so what you can do typically is get them around the edges of your lines and just have them shoot into the backs, which is actually also like double good because it breaks leadership more quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Nice sound of a.
Maybe I should try turning down all my settings once we actually get out of this load screen. That might help.
Yep. Probably.
Why is this so intensive? Even though, according to OBS, my CPU is only at 8%.
Yep. It's because OBS is only using your CPU at 8%, I think.
No, it should be judging everything.
I'm not sure then.
I have no fucking clue.
Yep.
All works out. Whatever.
Yep.
Come on. That last percent load. Almost there. Almost there.
I'm on my way. I'm almost there.
Come on.
Really does not want you to load in.
Yeah, it really... I don't know. And my computer's pretty beefy, so I don't know what's up.
Yeah. I wonder if part of it has to do with the internet connection since I'm hosting.
Maybe? There we go. Decisive victory. Loot gain. Check.
Yep. Healing all 8 boys.
Rank gained. Ooh.
Yep.
Cool. We'll execute release captives.
Usually release captives is best because it's most money.
Alright.
So
All
you
our
could
needs.
go for a second battle, but I would suggest the second battle just auto resolve it.
All right. Before I cause that problem, so let's see here. Menu. Here. Menu. Let's see here. Options. It's controlled. I can't change my graphics once we're in game. Okay. I see. I guess we're going to just suffer for a bit.
What?
Can I? I don't think I... Can I even run that far? I can't run that far. Nope. Too far.
Too far? Okay. So what you want to do is buy some troops. I don't know what troops you have access to. Looks like just Slayers for now.
3 units. I have miners and slayers.
Yeah, just get Slayers. Miners are... like, bad. Like, they have a use, I'm just not sure what that use is.
Research available.
Yep. You want to do some research, you'll want to do diplomacy and see who you can be friends with.
Which one's diplomacy?
It's the number 7. It's also next to, on the little wheel, it's the little hand with a scroll.
First things first, though, is my research. What do I want to research? Missile warriors, recruitment cost, polar units, recruitment cost, thunder units, income increase, public order, and recruitment cost, dwarf warrior units, and minor units.
You'll probably want to do levy missile warriors because you're gonna, once you get the building to make missile warriors, you're gonna want to start recruiting those.
Okay. Wait.
And then in your starting settlement, you might want to build it.
Unassigned skill points.
Always good to take Route Marcher first.
Route marcher. Check.
Because it's just that little bit of extra movement, like, comes in handy.
Unassigned. Who is this? This is for the runesmith. Rune Hearth of Home.
That one you can kind of do whatever, either get the runes first and then do the blue path, or do the blue path first and then get his runes. I only found like the first set of runes useful, and the second set are useful later, but it's entirely up to you.
Construction slot. Let's see here. Military, landmark, military, defense, infrastructure. Construct a new building. Sparring chamber, barracks, no. Siege workshops. This will give me grudge throwers.
Those are pretty good later. But you'll probably want to do the one that gets you Quarrelers first.
Alright, I think that is all everything. Oh, right. Let's hit 7. Open up diplomacy.
Yep.
I see.
So you... Any dwarf you can, you need to make the non-aggression pact, so you can kind of start, like, anyone that will let you make the non-aggression pact with. That way you can kind of start preparing to confederate them.
Mm-hmm. And how do I do that?
Click on their names. I need to pop over to your stream so I can see what you're up to.
Ah, so initiate diplomacy, I take it?
Yep.
Your
Greetings,
offer.
Kinnaman of the Hold. What
Add
can I
offer
do for
demand.
you?
Non-aggression pack.
Yep.
Likely a success low. You rejected my offer. I see how it is. All right,
Yeah, but there are other doors near you, so you can try them next.
Greetings, Kinnaman of the Hold. What can I do for you?
Rejected. Okay. Zolfa.
Make your proposal. My Longbeards grumble, so make
Non-aggression
it
pact.
quick.
Rejected. Ah,
Yes!
Well, it was worth a try, because you don't know which ones you'll get.
Friends of
Oh.
oh,
Daddy.
that's you.
That's me. No, go ahead. No. We can do things.
And then apparently my only option was to break our non-aggression act. Do you want to break our non-aggression act?
Oh, no. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Well, and then
End turn, I
your
guess.
turn. Yep. Okay. Let's see. What do I got? Oh, wow. I have a gyrocopter in Iron Drakes? That's so dumb. Oh, but I have a lot of miners. That's so not dumb.
That's how they make up
Alright.
for it, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Now we'll go ahead and start with that. It'll be 3 turns before I get anything, so I should probably get some, I really can't get anything yet. Okay. In that case, let's get the gem mine shaft. And then we're going to go take the pillars of Grugny. And I could do this battle super quick.
Spectate.
Battle of the Pillars of Grugny. Which I should have like an overwhelming victory for.
We shall see.
Well, again, they have like no ranged, and I have Iron Drakes, which are like absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem with dwarves is you're like they have the best defenses if you play them out. So we're gonna end up playing through a lot of battles because that's just something we have to do.
We're just going to turtle as much as we can.
Well, no, it's like the thing is like you do want to turtle as much as you can, but by turtling, you have like they cause problems. So we'll set you guys right there. Put my ranged on the side. I'm right there.
I can gift units, apparently.
Oh, you can?
Click this to give control of selected units to the spectator. The spectator can return units by selecting them and clicking this again.
Oh, so you could gift me a unit. So if I did like say click this and gifted you the unit, you can control that unit.
Yeah, apparently. You've given me the gyrocopters, apparently.
Yeah. I just want to see how it works, so I'll let you have the gyrocopters on.
Nice, nice, nice.
And the gyrocopters are also just like not in any danger at all. So you can just go ham with them.
Alright. You know what I just realized helps if I change what game I'm playing.
You gonna move those gyrocopters?
What? Yes.
Nice.
Totally.
Alright, what do we got?
Oh, they're dead. Where's that range unit?
That's a ranged unit, they're just already gone. Like I said, Iron Breakers are super dumb. Wow, they broke quick.
Man, your enemies decided to just book it.
Yeah, to be fair, you actually had a warlord against you. I did not. So I was just like the warlord was just like an orc boss, like an orc troop unit, like an orc voice, and like nothing really. Spoiling for a fight. Play a multiplayer battle. Look at all these achievements I'm getting. I lost 7 dudes, and my iron breakers just like melted the shit out of the game.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I need to stop being addicted to this game because it makes me want like so many armies in like Age of Sigmar.
And you certainly don't have that much money to do that.
Yeah, no, not while I'm looking for a house.
Yeah. Listen, I just need to focus on one army that I have that isn't even complete and built and played, so.
Yeah. I need to put that thing together. Maybe I'll do it before I go to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have, like, tomorrow, if I have time, I can put it all together, and that way I can at least bring you the rest of your stuff, so it's also, like, fully built.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just have to fully build the vehicle and what is it?
The Lord or whatever?
I have to fully build the vehicle. No, the lore was easy to put together, and magnetize the specialist weapons.
Ah.
Once they're magnetized, I can just like bring them over to you. The bad part is I already got the hard part out the way. It's all drilled out. I just have to like glue the magnets on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speaking of skyboats with balloons, I can't seem to find the balloon for the one boat I already have.
I gave it to you. It's there.
Yeah, I know that. I must have lost it during my movement or something because I checked all of the boxes in which I put minis in, and it's not in any of them. So,
if I recall, the balloon part should be still on the sprue, so you might want to look for sprue rather than just the balloons specifically, because that was the one part I didn't finish before I gave it all back to you.
no. So I might have to check the sprues then. Then yeah.
Yeah. I should also like build and bring the 2 random miners I found because I lost 2 of your miners.
Mm-hmm. Those probably could be the 2 that you lost.
No. They came in the mail. Like they're sitting in a little baggie on top of the table.
Oh.
Though I think I found one of the ones that are lost. I don't know. I'd have to check my giant pile of models. Like I've been really disorganized lately. Like I basically got into like during this whole time like a huge building spree. So like 90% of the stuff that I started with is fully built now and just needs to be put in bags so that I can transport it. It's legitimately why I haven't finished building the rest of the stuff I've gotten in. It's just because it's like I have no place to put them right now. They take up much less space in a box. Because it was like, I really want to build my Daughters of Cain, but I have literally no place to put them.
Did I freeze up?
Did you?
I've got... Yep. Hold on. Wait for program to respawn.
On plus side, if you did freeze, you can always lower the settings and then like jump in.
Yeah. I think I freezed up and crashed, yeah. Oh, wait, nope, there it is. We're back.
There you are. Alright. We'll just occupy. No reason to cause any more problems.
Let's say, speaking of building minis, I have built 5 more minis since the last time we talked.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Now I
You
have
just have the full rest of the army to build.
Yeah, I have 10 Necron warriors built. I have 3 scarabs. I have the Lord and the Tomb Guardian dude.
Not bad at all. Wow, I guess I'm going down the full blue tree because, man, fuck if this guy isn't, like, broken to shit. I played Carrot Kadreen when I was practicing, but I feel I feel like I cheated myself by not playing Grom Brindle.
The White Dwarf dude.
Yeah. Jeez, why can't you just give me... Oh, okay, I can't get Dwarf Warriors. Alright, research. I will practice what I preach, and I'm going to get Levy Missile Warriors, because that will correlate with about when I'll get my start buying Quarrelers. Diplomacy.
Yeah,
Why the hell
so
are
in
these
theory, you're
guys?
not that far away from me, actually. We just need to cut all the way through Grom Peak.
Yeah, basically you need to go south and I need to go north, but otherwise, yeah, that's it. Oh wow, I'm already in... Oh, I start in with a lot of alliances. Neat.
Yeah. They like you.
Well, that's what you get for being the Slayer Lord.
Nothing wrong with being the Slayer Lord. And hey, there's the best Slayer of all time that everybody likes.
Gotrek, which
Exactly.
will pop up as a character if you got all the DLC.
I mean, if I was rating him first, you need to actually be Empire, and you need to build a tap house to be able to do that, so...
Oh, okay. No, with dwarves, he just shows up.
Oh. Well then, I'll take that then.
Don't take them right away. It's actually not super useful to have them right away. Take them, like, after you take Nashrak's lair.
Right.
Alright.
Well, let's just see when he randomly pops up anyways.
Yeah. Well, I should put the fast forward on. Oh, my fast forward was on. Wow, there's a shit ton of clans.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit. Aw, man. What's his face
You're right.
ran?
Yep. Now, with your new troops, you should be able to just go and take Narshrak's lair with what you have now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not particularly tough. And then you just buy some more stuff before you take Kazin Laz. And then afterwards, you make your way down to... I make my way north, and you make your way south to... Grom's Peak, and then we fight over who gets that and who gets Zulfar.
It's gonna take me 2 turns to get to him in his lair. It looks like.
Yep. Yeah, that's about right.
Moving.
Yeah, just don't book it because it'll make you out of breath. There's 2 of them. He might come at you. Should theoretically be able to take him though.
All right.
I don't think there's anything else you need to do this turn.
Yeah, I don't think. That's it. Let's hit that button and find out.
My turn.
Hit buttons and find out. See what it breaks.
To battle! Joey, forward!
Yep. Alright, let's do battle.
Spectate. And
Yep.
then take half an hour to load.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But hey, that's perfect. When we get to the next loading screen, I can take a quick break and go bathroom.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi. Yep. Come on.
Wow, that actually loaded pretty quickly.
Yep. Well, that's a little bit of lag. Okay, because miners are slow as dicks. Yeah. You decide.
Vanguard units can be deployed here. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Vanguard units can be deployed in the white line. Okay. And then
Zoom in really close on these guys. Yep, those are your flamethrower guys. Yeah,
yep.
there's the warriors. Look at them go. Look at them go. Look at their tiny little feet go.
I like how you get to see that because you're super zoomed in and I'm not. Come on. Yeah, just go mess with them a bit, please. They don't have that many archers.
Wait, your gyrocopters?
Yeah.
Apparently your enemies are running from you.
Nope.
They don't want to engage you. They're all backing up. Or they're heading for the hill. They're heading for the hill. That's what's going on.
Nope. I should just move over top of them. Alright, and then if I do this right...
The rest of your guys have stopped.
Yeah. That's because I'm bad.
Come on, you gotta up your APMs.
Yeah, one would think that I never played freaking, what's it called?
StarCraft?
StarCraft, that one. Come on, get in there. Alright, I need you to go over here, actually.
A lot of fire. Gouts of fire.
Oh yeah, no. Iron breakers, like, melt things. That's why when I was like, oh, I can start with iron breakers? Damn. Actually, you guys go shoot that. They're walking. Where's Grom? Yeah, you guys go and take care of them. You guys take care of them. There. Yeah, you go focus that warlord. Alright, I made the warlord break. There we go. And that's where everything went.
Boys, and there's your victory.
Yeah. Oop,
Victory.
I didn't mean to make it. Okay, you see up here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Do 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 do.
Okay, I'm back. Now, what's going on here? Are you still loading in?
Yeah, I'm still loading.
Okay, that's what happened. Mhm.
I am. Yeah. Far as I'm at the final sliver again, and I've got the swirly bits. So
Yeah. Takes a long one.
there we go. We're good. We're out.
Yep.
Leave that button. There, March Dance. Okay. Too bad they're not going to stay in March Dance when it gets to their turn.
No, they'll probably come at you.
Yeah.
Ah, That's tempting just because getting Oath Goat's pretty good, but I'm gonna go with go with Campaign Range. Just because that's always gonna be good. Let's see.
That.
We'll start with that.
Oh, that's to the north. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I'm actually likely going to need to go south because I have to deal with Grimgore. Like,
All right.
the sooner I deal with them, the better.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, I need, after wiping out Nashback's lair, I need to take out Khazid, whatever, to the north of me to be able to get my full, take over the full pass.
Yep. And then you'll probably want to go after Azag the Slaughterer before he gets too big.
Yeah.
But I'll probably... yeah... Trying to figure out, like, which one would be better to go after Kazakh drawn and just leave, like, the weakened, units beneath us. Like, the weakened green, they're, what's it called, Bloody Spears.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, if they get too big, one of us can just come back and deal with them.
Yeah.
Or try to get Zolfar to deal with them.
Sylvania.
Yeah.
Those are vampires, aren't they?
Those are vampires. You'll probably want to make a non-aggression pact with them just so that they're not, like...
Coming at me.
Yeah. Like, they'll take a non-aggression pact super quickly, because they would rather fight the humans than fight the dwarves.
Right. Yeah, we'll see about that next time I come around.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think I'm all set.
And we wait the 15 minutes it takes to go through the 90 factions that are on the board.
Well, that's why we can hit the fast forward button.
Base Smasher is still in March.
It's actually good for you if he's still in March.
He is.
He's not in March.
He's
Go
not in
for ornery black slide.
Ornia back to Black Slide.
Yeah.
I am the Slayer King. Drain them!
Let me just go take that.
Alright. Fight battle.
Oh yeah, no, you're super fine. I will spectate. So your Slayers are going to leave your everything else behind, but that's kind of fine. That's just their shtick.
I mean, that's what Slayers do.
Yeah, they're super fast.
So, from the video I watched, from what I gather, Slayers are my cavalry, yet not cavalry.
Yeah.
They are not cavalry, but they are effectively my dwarven cavalry.
Yeah, because they're faster than all the other dwarves, but they won't catch other cavalry, so you don't want to use them as cavalry. You basically just want to use them as
See, the next closest thing I have to cavalry is gyrocopters.
Yeah. Gyrocopters, I would say, is our actual cavalry. Because they do kind of what cavalry does, just instead of charging in, they drop bombs.
Right. Let's see here. Where's the enemy?
They'll pop up once you start battle, but right now, you're attacking a settlement, so you can't see their setup.
Ah.
Ungrim Iron Fist!
So yeah, I'd move your Slayers just like straight forward, bring your guns around, and then just have your warriors just watch the guns.
Alright.
And then once the Slayers are in combat, just kind of bring the warriors into combat and just have the guns come at them from the side, because they have no cavalry, so it's not like you have to worry about getting charged. Did you gift me the giant Slayers?
Did I? I don't think so.
No, you didn't. You just weren't moving them yet.
Oh. Yeah, no, I just was not moving them yet.
Thunderers! For the ancestor gods!
At any time, if you need to remember where you were moving people, just push the spacebar.
Aha.
They are definitely moving away.
Yeah, they're walking away from me.
Like, I don't know what they're getting up to. Looks like their leader's their leader's a shaman. Yeah, it looks like they were just trying to take the high ground to have a better position over you. But they're almost all goblins.
Sweet. That ought to work in my favor then.
Yeah. Well, they do have some cavalry. I was almost tempted to have us just do shenanigans and play orcs and goblins, but decided drunk dwarf fun would probably work better. Especially because I know you're such a dwarf fan. What the fuck? What's with the explosions?
It was green. I think it was a shaman that finally flung something at me, maybe.
Oh, he probably cast a spell.
For the ancestor gods! Move now! Move! Down! Yes! Strike out! Move now!
Yep.
Finally arranged to shoot things.
Yep.
Finally. Alright.
And here they come.
It is a reckoning! Charge!
It's actually not too bad a setup.
Slayers! Vengeance!
Because you basically curved around them so that they can't come at you like all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Though I would send those warriors just straight into the spearmen before the spearmen go around them.
Dwarf warriors! Attack! Kill orcs! Vengeance! Dwarf warriors! Battle!
You might want to have your warriors start picking off at their ranged infantry so that they're not putting as much hurt into your guys.
Shove the warthrogs!
There you go. Jeez, your slayers are just mowing through the orcs and goblins.
Hey, they are in fact slayers, so. And they're little guys. I expect nothing less.
To the Karazhan Tour!
Yeah.
Thunderers! Kill 'em!
Your right flank's having a bit of problems. You might want to move your lords into those warrior squads to help support them.
They were just currently bashing on the their leader.
Yeah,
so.
they were bashing on the HQ and just taking on a whole warrior squad by themselves. But I'm trying to like give advice, but also be like, hey, this is something that's happening right now.
Right.
this well! Thunderers! Fire! Reload! Fire!
Giant Slayers are AFKing over here.
Come on, Giant Slayers. Come on. There's a battle right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Slayers! Hammer them! Attack the orcs! Quarrelers! Take them down!
There you go.
Understood, Lord.
You basically just have to clean up the ranged and you're done. That's cleaning up the ranged.
Yep. And just shoot them.
Yeah. That shaman wants a piece of... Oh, never mind, he's running away. And that's the break. GG.
There we go. And that's the... puts me into the garrison, right?
Yes, that lets you capture it. So you can sack it for extra gold and then take it because you don't exactly get the you get a bit of the province penalty, but not the everything else penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need the extra money, you can do that. If not, then just take it.
I don't think I need the extra money right now. Now we wait the 10 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, that's the part that's coming up next is the taking the 5 minutes to like
The load, yeah.
for you to finish loading because I have to finish loading so I can send you so my computer can send you the basically be like, hey, it's all set. Because I think that's what's really slowing you down is that it's all taking place over over internet, so it's like my computer does all the like work and then sends that data to you, and you have to download it all so your computer can tell you what's going on.
It's quite possible.
The all of your slayers put together killed like 350 dudes.
Yeah, that's what slayers do. They kill shit.
And I'm not even including the giant slayers who did 200 by themselves.
Yeah.
To
Hey,
be fair, they were mostly fighting goblins and a few orcs, so...
I mean, my Slayer King killed 50 dudes by himself.
No, that's actually the Rune Lord. Your
that's the
Slayer
Rune Lord.
King killed 105 dudes.
Ah.
I mean, to be fair, he literally took an entire squad of goblins to the face and is like, yep, I'm just gonna... Have you ever seen the behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings where the guy who plays Merry is talking about the guy who plays Gimli's being like, all right, I'm gonna hit you, and then I'm gonna hit you, and then I'm gonna hit you, and all the stunt actors were like, okay, but if you miss, it's fine. We're good enough actors to be able to work around it. He never missed.
Yeah, he did not miss. Listen, we're good enough actors. You can miss. Please miss. Oh god, please miss. It hurts.
But I'm liking to feel like by the third movie, they're like, can you please just miss? We're tired of breaking arms.
We don't want to break anymore.
Jerry still has a concussion from the last movie.
Load.
Yeah, just waiting on you to load it.
Come on. Load.
Hey, kitty cat.
There we are. Decisive victory.
Yep.
Loot game. Ching.
You know the hard part about the multiplayer mode? I mean, we're playing on easy, so it's not a big deal.
Right.
But the hard part about the multiplayer mode is we can't cheese loadings, which is It's something I tend to do because it's like, look, if I don't cheese the loading, I'm set back like 20 turns.
Right.
And 20
So
turns into the game can be a lot.
you'd recommend just occupying, looting, occupying, or sack?
Sacking and then clicking on it again to occupy it,
Okay.
Moving.
and then just click your guy and click on it again.
I grow restless. Attack them.
Yeah, you should have enough movement. So you just click on your guy and right click on the settlement again, and you'll take it.
There will be
I am, but he's not moving.
Oh, does he just not have any more space?
Or is because that's up. No, apparently I do not have any more space.
Is attacked.
Oops, I messed up. You're still fine because Urk is gonna run back to Kazid Krolaz, so you'll just take it next turn. And you can auto resolve that fight because it's not like you don't have to worry about it. It's just one of those ones. It's like I accidentally set you back a turn.
All right.
Onward.
But we're playing on easy, so it's actually like I haven't had to reload easy saves at all.
Okay.
On Marathi, who's like the hardest Dark Elf start. So
Let's see here. Let me see shoulders. Just using the underwave.
yeah, the other way basically lets you teleport without worrying about terrain. But it uses all of your movement, so make sure you click exactly where you want to go when you use it. Did I not get any more army?
I'm looking at skills, so trying to figure out
Ah.
what I want.
Oh, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Let's see here. Tangle.
Yeah, neat. I can draw on the map too.
Yes, apparently you can. Alright. Aside skill points. Alright. Let's see here. Ability Oath for Steel, armor. Alright. Enemy wins a magic power reserve -2. Okay. Cooldown 3% to rune abilities. And force fire. Armor piercing weapon damage. Only acts targets an area constant self. Oh, okay. Let's go with extra armor.
Seems good.
And that should be it.
Let's see. Kin of Grimnir, Apprentice of Grugni, Valani's Protection, the White Dwarf. I'm gonna go with Paramour of Valaya, because that's gonna super help out with some of my problems right now.
Book of Grudges. What's
Book of Grudges, when somebody does something against the dwarves, like raiding in their territory, you get a grudge taken out to take care of them.
Alright. Apparently, my current grudge is that I need to capture and occupy the following settlement. Nasharak's Lair.
Yeah, because you sacked it, so now you have to go take it for yourself.
Give it to me. And apparently I'll get 1,000 gold and 30 oath gold.
Yep. Oath gold is good because dwarves use it to...
Buy special stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I forgot to do? See if I can declare some non-aggression on the vampires.
Well, now you can do it on your turn. They just declared a war, so they should probably be fine.
Technology researched. Heavy missile warriors. Cool.
Yep.
Check. I'm gonna grab my guy here, and I'm gonna come here, click on this.
Yep. You should just auto-resolve it. If I'm pretty sure your victory is that high.
We'll find out.
Oh, yeah, no, you can auto-resolve.
I pushed. Oh. Close victory.
What? Oh, can we undo that? Because it like took your giant slayers.
Probably not.
Hold on. If we could load over that, we're gonna do that. Because like I don't. You losing your giant slayers this early is just not worth it. They're like literally the. I didn't know. I didn't see Face Smasher get it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. I cannot. Fuck. I fucked you up.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh wait a minute. I've Alt F4'd. Re-invite me to exit out. See if that works.
Game aborted. Client left the game. Okay. I guess that works.
Let's, Oh no, my game crashed. Whatever shall I do? Let's also get in and see if I can change some of these settings as well.
Yeah. That might also help.
Amazing. As soon as I stop running the game, I stop dropping frames. I think it's just the game that's dropping all these frames on me.
It might be. Like I said, I think the slow load times is because of your internet, but I think the game might be because the CPU intensity of it all might be
right,
slowing you down. I'm gonna finish up the drink.
Well, let's just turn that down to low. Yeah, let's run it on medium. Why not?
Oh, cat. We meet again.
Alright. Should be good to re-invite me whenever you get it up and running again.
It's up.
Oh.
Let me...
Line games. Password non-friend game. Hold on. I don't see it on the list.
What the... Okay, hold on. Okay.
Can you just shoot me an invite?
Name. Well, I might have to reboot now.
No.
Note to Mike, please put up technical difficulty sign during this portion of the game.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
I did have some fun with the, Alright, let me try exiting the game and relaunching it. I did have some fun with the, Final Fantasy 14. I was doing the, record, or not 14, 9. I was doing the recording for 9.
Mm-hmm.
And, I knew that I had so much problems with the Black Waltz that I literally put up like a intro thing where it was just like, and now for some really poor decisions starring Sedan. And then I ended it with, and now back to your regularly scheduled program. Or no, it might have been something like, and that was really bad decisions starring Zidane. Huh. I also need to commission you to do up a logo for me, like an introduction thing, so I can have like something.
Hey, just let me know what you want in, and I can work on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm almost tempted to just have you do like that Final Fantasy background you did for Mata for my Lucia, and then just have like that pop up just like Shadowfoot, and then just have like a background of like a burning embers, kind of like you know how kind of like the intro to Final Fantasy Tactics goes?
Right, yeah. I turned it down to low, and I still seem to be dropping frames. Yeah, it's just this game. This game is just ass, apparently, for streaming.
Yeah. I mean, I have fine with it. Okay, there we go. It was one of those ones I had to reboot. Alright, let's invite Dr. Poxo, the Code Monkey. I'm sad it's not Dr. Poxo, the rock and roll role player.
Dr. Poxo, a rock and roll role player. I do D&D.
You know what's funny is, like, all of my friends and I gave up the goose. Like, everybody knows that my name is Mike on my stream.
Yeah.
But it's like, nobody will ever know what your real name is because everybody calls you Poxo.
No one calls me by any other name anyways.
Yeah.
Apparently I failed to join the game. Try sending me again.
Yeah.
You've accepted an invitation to play Warhammer. Congratulations. Come on. Failed to join game, no response from host.
Well, let's try this one.
Nope, we broke everything. All because you made me lose my Giant Slayers.
God, I'm so bad at this.
Nope, failed to join. Connect the host again.
Well, I left it. Let me try this again. Okay. Resume as host. Load. Invite player. Dr. Poxo.
Come on. Unless we're going to have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just start over again, I guess. I mean, we're not that far in, so we're not losing too much, I guess. Other than all of our unfortunate viewers, all of my none, and you're probably 1 or 2.
I got 1.
Is it still Lord of Contagion lurking in there?
It's the Lord of Contagion. He's lurking in there telling us that we fucked up by not doing the fight, and by we, I mean me.
Yeah. You did. You also fucked up by told me not to, just occupy the space, so...
You know what? This time I'm actually just not going to have a password. Maybe that's why it's fucking up.
Okay.
And then I'll just invite you immediately.
Come on.
And
You can do it. You can do it. Still no response from host. What the fuck? Hold on. What the hell? Why is this not working to get in all of a sudden?
yeah. maybe try reloading the game again, or maybe you have to hold on. Let me try the multiplayer thing, and then you go into the campaign and refresh. So let me try resume as host load.
Refresh the list.
So refresh list, and then let me try to invite you.
Actually, I'm not even pulling up any multiplayer games on the list right now altogether.
Okay, so you might not be able to connect at all. Why don't you try closing the game and relaunching it?
All right.
Because I had to do that when I wasn't pulling up those hosts.
Let's try this all over yet again.
Oh.
More technical difficulties. See, this is what happens when you let your dwarf giant slayers die. Everything goes to shit.
Yep. Nope. That was my B. Let's see. If I recall the tier list I saw on the different races, dwarves are like a solid top tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because Empire and High Elves are broken as shit. They're not undefeatably broken, but their ranged units outrange High Elf ranged units outrange everyone, and Empire artillery is busted.
Elves being broken? This is my surprise face.
But you were also there during the Dawn of War days when Eldar was the single most broken army in the entire time, because you should not have every single one of your weapons units be that accurate when they're running and shooting, and nobody else can hit the broadside of a barn when moving and shooting. And this on top of you being faster than every other unit in the game.
Yeah, there we go. I think I'm in now.
Yep, there you go. Okay. Start campaign.
Yeah, no. I remember the early days when elves were stupid, and elves are still stupid, and goddamn elves. Even in space, elves are stupid.
Yep.
I think Harlequins right now have like a very high win rate.
But it's way too early in the meta to really like justify that. That being said, like, I think the problem is it's just high elves, like, they do too much damage for how long their range is.
Yeah. Alright, I also dropped the graphical setting all the way down to the lowest setting. Let's see if this makes a difference as well.
Yep. Well, that'd be all on your end.
Well, I'm just talking about our load screens.
Yep. There's a cat over there.
Yeah, I know in 9th edition it's too early to tell where the Eldar are going to be, but, yeah.
I mean, they've spent the last 3 editions in a very, like, in tier 1. Even if they didn't, like 8th edition, people might just only remember that Marines were dominating the last half of it, but, like, you have to understand there was always an Eldar player in the top tables.
Yeah. There's always been an Eldar. They've been top tier ever since Mech Eldar and stuff, or you know, Psyker spam was a thing. And
yep. 1 second, real quick. What? Okay, I'm back. What? But yeah, they've been good for way too long. Yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying there shouldn't, like, there's something wrong with them being good. It's just one of those ones that's like, okay, come on, like.
Yeah.
Hopefully with a lot of the balancing, it looks like they're going to be balancing a lot of the armies across the board. Maybe we'll see it be a little bit closer. Because, do you see that Necrons are going to be T5 now?
I know Immortals I saw were T5.
Yeah.
Immortals were going to be T5, but Space Marines are now 2 wounds across the board.
Yep, there's rumors that Warriors are also going to be T5.
I mean, I already have the new stat line for Warriors, unless they're going to release yet another completely new stat line for Warriors come when the Codex comes out, which doesn't make sense.
I mean, they will. They will because those are just holdover stats until the Codex is released.
Did you want me to bring it up or wait?
Just wait.
It's your turn.
Oh, yes, I have to hit the end turn button.
Okay.
I must fulfill
It
my
saved. Okay, so
Slayer
it saved before my turn even took over, and I lost my lost everything. Check.
Yeah. So now I'm up here to see what Urk Face Smasher does. I was expecting him to go to Khazid Urkulaz.
Yeah. Maybe he'll do that now.
They do supposedly change. Nope, he just went right there.
He went back to that there, so.
Which is weird because he used the pass to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hold on, before. Oh, I can't do the battle. I can only do auto load. So I can only use autosaves. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that fight.
Yeah, well. I'm just clicking my technology.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see, yeah. You.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Let's run over to there and do this battle.
Dring!
And let us not fight battle. No equipment of it.
Now, spectate. So you're going to want to hold your giant slayers and regular slayers back a little bit until battle has been achieved.
Okay.
Yep, and then bring them in, and that should probably save them from dying.
Okay.
And then the only other thing to advise is just make sure that Ungrim gets on the war boss, and that your Rune Lord is just running around supporting everybody else.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming the same thing is going to happen, but they're going to have half as many goblins and orcs on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm going to give Avery her treats while you do this fight.
Alright.
Slayer King! Go!
He's going to...
Is there cinematic camera mode?
I think someone said that was a mod.
Yeah, well, there's a. I was saying there was a mod where you can get like better zoom in and like prettier looks without as much like graphic intensiveness, but that was just myself. But I was looking for like just like a legit like play-by-play. Okay, yeah, so the best thing to do in this would just be to send your warriors and your strongish slayers in first with some range support, and then bring your and your lords, and then bring your other slayers in on whatever side ends up being weak and looking like it's getting overwhelmed.
Off we go! The clans unite!
Urk Face Smasher.
Charge! For the Kadas and Gore! Off we go! Mark out! Hungry Iron Fist! On our way! Rage far, rage fast! Strike out! Nothing can stop us! Slayers! Nothing can stop us! Thunderers! Plow through! Kazoo! Charge! Range far! Range fast! Nothing can stop us! Valea, bless our aim! Plow through! Dwarf warriors! For the High King! Get moving! Dwarf honor is at stake! Shoot! Kill them all in Beard's reach! Go! Go! Fire! Reload! Fire! Dwarf warriors!
Man, those orcs are not wanting to charge you.
Yeah, these orcs do not want to charge me at all. Well, then I guess there's really only one thing to do.
Go!
Kill their missiles so they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
You might want to pull those one slayers you brought forward back a bit.
We demand blood!
Yeah, they really just don't want to move forward. Orcs, what's up, orcs?
Yeah, why are you not orking?
Range firepower!
Here
There
we
they
go.
come.
On!
Okay.
My doom approaches! Shield bearers, ho!
I'll just throw your guys in there.
Scuff! Kazook! Slay the
Make sure to throw Ungrim against that war boss.
Kazook!
War boss? Oh, that's the war boss there. Your lord is under attack. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but that boss ain't gonna take him. This is an Ungrim Iron Fist.
Thunderers!
Where I want him to be.
Plow through!
You're gonna want to get some guys to help those slayers.
Yep.
Fire!
Which
Reload!
layers?
Fire!
The ones on the right that are almost dead.
Slayers! Yes! Yeah! Charge!
Yeah.
For the ancestors! Understood, Lord! Quarrelers! Take them down!
Yep.
Thunderers!
The lords are AFK too.
Why are you...
My oath, they die!
It's because they were fighting the war boss and the war boss ran off.
Ready to strike! Yeah!
Who are you chasing
And you-
down over there?
They're chasing down the other squads. It's fine because they're kind of keeping them broken, so they're running. Yeah, just toss them on the war boss. Never mind. Yep, that's
There we
it.
go.
That's a full break.
I didn't lose anyone this time.
Yep. Advisor, you Zinchian bastard. Unfortunately, I can't get too drunk because I have to take medication later, so now I'm on water.
I can't really get drunk in general, so.
Oh, yeah, because too much sugar
Yeah,
and carbs.
just the sugar. Alcohol, sugar is alcohol, sugar.
Yep. You could do Bud Light.
Water. You think I'm going to drink Bud Light? In fact, actually, beer is worse than strong alcohol.
I thought Bud Light was supposed to be like 0 carbs or something. But I also know it's basically like piss water and not worth it.
Exactly. A, yes. And B, yes.
Like, oh my god, I give my relative, like my in-laws so much shit because they're like, oh yeah, no, like every time we go over there, they have like 50 Bud Lights. So I'm like, but I don't want to drink piss water. And then they get drunk on it, and I'm like, you got drunk off piss water.
Yeah. No. In general, surprisingly, like, beer is worse because it's heavier in general.
Yeah.
Because it's generally, you know, hops and shit like in grains that's all been fermented.
Fair enough.
Besides, I'm not really a beer drinker. That's also the bigger problem.
Yep.
I enjoy my harder stuff more than I enjoy beer.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it like just this one, like 5 or 5 or 8 ounces of booze of ale.
Mm-hmm.
Has like 12.4 carbs, and that's it's a small can. It's not even like what it was one of the large cans.
Yeah. I say that also, to be fair as well, I mean, as a general misconception, it's not really. They tell you to watch out for carbs and stuff because it's the most direct thing, but honestly, it's an everything type of deal.
Yeah.
The answer is carbs are a piece of the pie. When in answer, I should just be having a less of a pie in general.
Yeah.
Decisive victory. There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah. Because wasn't your last one like a close victory or something?
Yeah. And this time, I think I'm just going to occupy.
Yeah. No, this time you just want to occupy. You want to occupy and then get some more slayers so you can take the next province.
Recruit. Slayer.
Just make sure your money stays in the green and you'll be fine.
Right. Okay, click on this. This here.
It is time.
No, that's the armor. Give me the province. Alright. Cool. Cool. Wait, nope, no, this normal. There. Not built here, you must have one more population surplus. Check. Unassigned skill points.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
Melee defense. Horizontal. No. Here we are. Bonus to Slayers near the Slayer lore. That sounds like a good bonus to have.
Just means you have to keep your boss near the Ungrim near your slayers while they're fighting, which honestly is kind of where he wants to be, anyways.
Yeah. The Slayer lord near the Slayers.
Real quick, why don't you zoom out a bit so that you're in the strategic screen?
Okay.
So you see where Zulfar is in those two ruins? Like right here?
Not yet. Oh, this red circle you're drawing here now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two ruins are actually Skaven settlements.
Okay.
So we'll have to deal with that eventually.
Okay.
It's just something I remembered after thinking about it for a bit.
The forge. Okay.
Oh, that's right. You have Oathgoat now, so you might be able to get some of the weapons.
Let me see. That's what I'm looking for. Who is the vampire that's next to me? Even vampire. Still there. There's only one vampire.
Yeah, because you don't see the Vlad or Isabella.
Pray to thine pitiful little gods.
You don't see either of the lovers yet.
They have rejected your offer. Check.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try circling through all the dwarves.
You may speak before my shield bearers, and
Nope. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's you.
onward to war. Make your
Asher here.
proposal.
Add
My
offer.
Longbeard's grumble, so
aggression.
make it quick.
Check. Rejected.
Aye. Let's hear what you have to say. We'll hear it before Oathgold.
Nope. Okay. No one wants non-aggression still. Check. Got it.
I just don't like you, huh?
I don't know why. I'm just a really nice guy. Alright. I didn't move far, so can I change my stance to encampment for now? How do I change stance? Oh no, I'm already mustering. Okay. Situation garrison. Okay, I'm already doing that anyways. Check.
Yep.
And then
So you
I
just
suppose
gotta...
end my turn.
Yep. Right. Katrine. Let's see, first I want to make sure I can start getting my,
What's place in the province? As it that is there. I suppose I'm going to march on there next.
Okay, so upgrade you, and then I'm going to get a refractory, and that'll set me straight.
Rock Kazad! Kazad al-Move! Hello! Welcome to the stream there, Shaven Sicilian?
Oh, right. And then I put that.
Come and watch me
I don't wanna
be
get-
terrible. I've not played this game very much, and by not very much, I played the tutorial and watched a couple videos. My friend here is kind of, how can we say, going to carry me through this.
Yeah, it's like, let's not say I'm the expert, but let's say I am carrying your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, I've just started to master normal, and hard is still beyond me. I can make hard last for a long time, but I can't exactly win it. But that's just trial and error at that point.
Yeah.
And once I get normal down better, I'll probably start upgrading. I got no reason to upgrade anything else.
Sure about that?
I mean, I guess I could go for the tool makers, but I'm already making like a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
I might as well just wait for more gold and get the trading depot, because then I'll be making tons of money.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just see if anybody wants to be more friends with me.
Probably not. So
I'm
which
already pretty good friends with most of the dwarves. Nope. Alright.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I know you started with the better preference, but apparently none of the other dwarves wants to be our friends.
Yep. Specifically your friend.
Yeah, my friend. No one wants to be me. I don't know why. Listen, just because I'm a slayer doesn't mean, you know, I'm a bad guy. You just
Yeah,
kind of point me in a direction that I kill things.
Yeah, so once you take care of, once you control your realm and then take care of Azag, you probably won't have too much problem. Like, you can start going south through, where, Orglor is coming up from, and you can probably clear him out.
So should I sit here for another round of healing up, or should you think I'd be good enough to run?
I would honestly head south to deal with,
Or should I, well, head north to try to get the last of this province?
You should head north to try to clear up your province. Because once you get provincial things, you can start dealing with the public order issue you're having.
Should I be worried about this guy here, Morglor, who seems to be marching towards me?
No, because he shouldn't be able to attack you. Like, if you move north, he shouldn't be able to attack you next turn.
Okay.
Like, even with like his max move distance, he won't be able to attack you.
And then I will
to die in battle.
walk
You can
that
go
way.
to the border. Oh. Yeah, that's fine too. I was gonna say go to the border and then you can wait a turn, but you can go there and you can go there and easily take it, because that settlement has like the same outpost you had last time, plus like a war boss. So
All right, I see. I think I see.
As long as Morglor doesn't like charge into Gashnik, and even then you might want to let him, because then it gets you a grudge, and then you can go and kill him for extra gold.
All right. So then, yeah, I guess that's all I got is the move up there and call that a day.
Yep. Let me. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take out Gorfang. Shouldn't be too much hassle. There's nothing that's going to cause me any hassle on this. But I don't want to lose anything, so we'll attack. I have so many dwarf warriors.
Expecting. Yeah, I think from the video I watched that dwarf, you want warriors, and as soon as you can, you want to upgrade them to the
You basically
hammer
want,
guys. The hammer bro.
You want to upgrade the warriors to longbeards, and from longbeards to iron breakers. And then going with the same route, you want to basically have like 3 quarrelers and 3 thunderers, and then you want to upgrade those into 3 iron drakes and 3 iron drakes with troll breaker cannons, and then after that it's just fill artillery and whatever you want. All right, let's put my miners forward. You can also, what's it called?
Also what?
You can group things, control group things like you can in like StarCraft and stuff.
Is it the same way? Just hit control and a number?
Yep.
Are those more orcs that you're facing?
Yep.
Oh, there's a
We're gonna be
goblin.
fighting. You and I are gonna be fighting orcs for a while. Mostly goblins, actually, is what I'm fighting.
And they're running away from you. That's a shaman. Shaman! That's an orc orb. War boss, never
Yeah,
mind.
it's an orc war boss. Yeah, the star is just the what's the warlord.
Nah, I thought over looking at him, I thought it was a shaman cloak, but no, it's actually just the war boss. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're running from you. They're still running from you. I'm assuming they're heading for this ridge. Yeah, they're heading for this ridge.
Yeah, they're heading for the ridge to have a better setup.
Your gyrocopters have stopped moving.
Yeah, I know. They're where I want them to be right now. Because the thing is, it's like, I don't want them to get too close and pull some aggro out.
Mm-hmm.
It should be able to... Yeah, no. You guys hold back a little bit. Yeah. Let's get everyone in position real quick.
Here's a question. Do you think they'll ever do an Age of Sigmar, Total War Age of Sigmar?
Not in the near future.
Not in the near future? Aren't they working
No,
on
they've
Warhammer
already-
3, though? Or they already announced that
they are working on a 3. But 3 is basically supposed to be like, if what they previewed is anything to go on,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically just going to be it's going to be a very chaos oriented one.
Okay. Demons and stuff like that?
Yeah, like the advisor, spoiler, I know you
Whatever.
don't care, but other people might.
Spoilers?
Spoilers, okay, hold on, I need to slow it down a little bit. Okay.
Your lord is under attack.
Yep.
That unit just got decimated by fire.
Yep.
But yeah, so you were saying a lot of chaos stuff? Are they doing end
although
times?
The advisor is actually like some sort of Zinchi thing going on. He's got some sort of Zinch thing going on.
So they're probably doing end times, and then they might do Age of Sigmar in the future.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are thinking, is like they might do like end times and then like an Age of Sigmar, like Age of Chaos thing.
Mm-hmm. Because I kind of would like, as I say that, because I kind of want to play my Sky Dwarves more than regular dwarves in this type.
Yeah, and I would like the excuse to play all the other factions that I don't actually like have the money to collect.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys can come over here and like help clear them out.
Which is another game in which I still haven't actually got to play, and we got to get around to playing at some point.
Yeah, I'm thinking once I can finally get you your stuff, I'll start working on my like things, and then we can start actually playing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, you can go over here.
They just walked.
Yeah, they've been walking an awful lot, but that's fine. Come on, run them off.
But, right, I should also stop slacking, also maybe start paying my Sky Dwarves.
Yeah.
Which, I found a really neat color that I want to kind of use for them, but at the same point it might be difficult to keep restocking the color, because it only comes in a 5-pack of 5 different colors.
What's this?
The Vallejo color change.
Ah.
Metallics.
Yeah, That's fine.
You can't buy them individually. You can only buy them in a 5-pack of different colors.
Yeah, that could be a pain.
I kind of wanted to do that for Necrons too, and then I realized it was like that, and I'm like, not happening. I figure for my Necrons, I'll use the color change stuff more for along the lines for like special things, or special characters, or like details on the special characters, like on the Necron Lord that came in the Dominus box. You know how he has like that ring of like talismans that forms a cloak.
Yeah,
I use it on the cloak, basically.
that's fair.
Instead of
All
paying.
right, that chariot's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Kill the chariot.
Trying to. All right, Grom.
Send your gyrocopters after the chariot.
I did. They're over there now, chasing the chariot down.
Oh, there's a.
But they're not the best ranged.
There's the chariot. Wolf Riders.
Yep. Alright, go chase that down. Oh, these guys kill them. Yeah, the problem is I didn't make good use of like guard mode, so my guys are just like all over the place, and that's what's making this hard.
Yeah, you got a unit of warriors over here doing who knows what.
They're moving eventually.
They're moving at dwarf speed. Dwarf speed.
Okay, good. Alright, I broke the warlords, so I should be killing the rest of them. There we go. Finally, that took like
Chariots are running off the board. There they are.
Yeah, they broke when I broke the warlord, which is unfortunate because like wolf chariots are like frustratingly annoying to deal with. As dwarves, like specifically.
Well, I'm assuming cavalry is frustrating to deal with in general as dwarves, with how fast dwarves move.
Yes, but no, because it's like the cavalry will eventually charge in. It's ranged cavalry because it's like they'll run around the map shooting you, and there's not a whole hell of a lot you can do about it. Luckily, dwarf leadership is like second to none, so you can just kind of deal with it.
Yeah, we're dwarves, and as soon as you start throwing in like long beards and stuff, they get more ornery.
More armor. More armor and more asshole-ish. Jeez, those Iron Breakers just freaking slay.
No, Shaman. Dwarves are not natural sprinters. They're great at long distances. You can't stop them once they're going. Sprinting is a little, maybe 10, 20 feet.
Yeah. You know, that makes them probably still better at sprinting than me.
I mean, my fat ass. Like I should actually talk.
Yeah. I mean, you've lost a lot of weight lately.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of weight, and I LARP as dwarves.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I haven't exactly like I just need to take better care of myself. I'm just not doing that lately.
Yeah. Now we just take forever to load. Come on.
Yeah. We might be able to get one more turn in at the rate of loading.
Yeah, I think that. I know my next turn's going to have a battle in it too. So.
Yeah.
I think I should be close enough to attack the other settlement.
Well, luckily,
no promises.
I'm tempted to just disband the miners and just buy a new one. So I like having having two miners, but I prefer to have two miners with satchel charges so that I can have like they can at least be like tossing up bombs and then doing nothing versus like I guess you know what, to be fair, my miners did get 100 kills, but like they kind of just sat there bogged down against one unit of goblins the entire time.
Yeah. So you talk about the one that looks like has the low green bar, or the very small green bar on the loading screen there?
Yeah, the one that has a very small green bar. They got 99 kills, but I think they also lost like 50-something dudes.
Looks like 46 on my screen, I think.
Ooh. Here we go. Oh, well, I'm going to sack that and then take it.
Oh, I have to check the button, apparently. Okay, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I should have enough speed to get up to Kazid. Urkul, or Urkulas. Faction destroyed, Red Fangs.
Yep. I murdered them, but good.
Alright, nice.
Now I have to go and take Black Crag, which is going to be hard.
Population surplus. Peak path. That's me. Sweet. I'm in a population surplus, I guess. You will upgrade that.
Well, that means you can buy the next tier on one of your
Outposts.
outposts. Yeah. I've got the same thing on mine, which I am. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 8 turns out from getting that, so yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. I'm also tempted to get a second lord just because I have a ton of money lying around.
Alright, my number is still in the green for money. We're still good there. Check. Alright. Let's see what the rest of the world does.
Shoulder axes, lads. We
Yeah.
move.
Alright, let's try diplomacy for a bit. Nope. What about you? Oh, why do you no love me? Here, what if I gave you some money too?
That's tier 4. I can do that.
Alright.
Great Slayer Shrine. Alright.
And it might be worth it to have you hold off on fighting Azag and just to have you go and kill the other two what's it called? Bloody Spears, just so that there's a route to your capital so you and I can start trading and making just like fucking buco bucks.
That would probably take a bit, so anyways.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be quick, I'm just saying
No.
that's probably best bet for both of us.
Well, well, the reason why I'm taking the Kazid here is so that I can have the entire province.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Chief Snashes versus Bloody Hands. Confederation. Check.
I grow restless.
Oh, that's
I
not
can
good.
make it.
Attack! Dring!
That is near, yeah.
I mean, if it's super close to the top, then you just auto resolve it.
Nah, I'm still going to do this battle anyways.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, more experience doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's
But
more
that-
practice.
That is in the realm where theoretically you should be able to just take it.
Yeah, but remember last time when I lost my Giant Slayers?
Yeah. This game doesn't make sense, because like your Giant Slayers barely took any damage in the last fight. And I mean, like, I know I told you to, like, hold them back a bit before throwing them in, but I'm pretty sure you forgot about it once they were, like, in combat.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure I forgot about them, and I was trying to keep like an eagle eye on like what was going on.
Yeah. Is there like in combat stances you can switch people to be like aggressive to chase people down instead of just go AFK essentially?
Yes, so they already start like technically doing that where they'll chase down. So what's been happening with your guys going AFK is they literally killed the target,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing, and they won't target anything else other than what they're already targeted. But if you look, there's something called guard mode, and when you click that, it means they won't go anywhere. So they won't also like wander off and suddenly find themselves surrounded either. I typically put guard mode on, but that's not always required.
It is a reckoning!
All right. Wow,
Yeah.
we massively outnumber these guys. Check.
On my own.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's like this battle is not going to be a problem for you. You left your giant slayers behind.
Thought I selected everybody.
Players! Strike out!
Let's grab select. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab my giant slayers and Agrima Doomfish, and they're gonna just charge straight for the war boss. There we go.
Attack! War of
Every left is be calling down. Left.
Slayers! Axis out!
Okay.
There we were!
Yeah, looks like they're just trying to take this hill.
Oh!
This is actually a pain in the ass for dwarves because it's not like we're fast. It's
Yeah.
not like they're fighting elves where it's like you'll cross this field like super quickly. It's like this is gonna take forever.
Fight!
You just throw in the slayers just right in there. You might want to pull that one weakened one back and just have them be like part of the second wave.
Those
You.
two orphan legs!
You and you, on the other hand, can target the boss.
Kill them!
Having the giant slayers go after the boss because they can fucking murder everything.
Yeah. I throw the Slayer King and the Giant Slayers directly at the boss, and then everybody else into the...
Yeah. Just make sure you start spreading them out once you get to combat, because they will just stand around derping around while the rest of the guys fight.
Move to attack!
I'm wondering if your range is even going to get to the battle.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, at this rate.
Slayers! To the fore!
Yeah. So from this point, it's like basically like the only thing else you need to know about Total War is like mastering
Warriors!
how to get like your units to attack multiple things at once.
Yeah.
Because you do have this like one group of slayers that are just kind of sitting here wondering what they're supposed to be fighting. But you already basically won this fight just by like dwarven gangbanging the entire goblin horde.
Yeah. Apparently.
Like almost everything is broken, and I think the war boss is already running away. Which, to be fair, you know, fighting giant slayers and Ungrim is just not something a low-level boss wants to deal with. He's dead. Everything
dead.
is about to break because almost his entire force was goblins. Broke, and broke. That's game. Your range didn't even fire one volley.
No, they didn't even get into position before the Slayers were Slayers.
Yep. I think the next level of Slayers, which isn't, I want to say it's Troll Slayers, but I'm not 100%. I think they get like ranged axes they can throw.
Okay. I mean, that would add a little much. I know on the tabletop game they can throw axes. Right, in the
well, that's
tabletop
something
game,
that-
Slayers can swap between two-handed and dual wield.
Yeah, so Fire Slayers I know can do that on the tabletop. It was one of the things I liked about it because it's like, oh, I get a ranged and I can like hit people.
Yeah.
But like,
No, back in the old days, it was they just had a rule called an axe for every occasion, and that was their rule. They either threw axes, you could wield 2 one-handed axes, or a single one-handed axe, and it had rules based on what they were fighting.
Yeah, which again makes sense. I have to admit, like, I really like Fire Slayers for Age of Sigmar, but I really just you lost 2 dudes in that entire fight.
Yeah. You know what model I do need to buy though for the unfortunately there's no Felix.
No, he has a new witch elf buddy. And he basically, I haven't read it, but from what I've read from the synopsis, he basically shows up in the Age of Sigmar realms as just like, well, I'm still not dead yet. Yep. And just goes about trying to find things to kill.
Yeah.
like that's just, he cares nothing. Like, he's the only character who legit does not care about the current lore of Age of Sigmar.
Yeah. Like, I think I was reading on the wiki that he's now like the pure avatar of Grugnir now.
Yeah, he's considered the avatar of the Fire Slayers, Grugni. He's the only person to be. He has 1 rune in his body called the Rune of Grugni, and it is the only rune that never burns out.
And it's also like apparently like even though his whole purpose is to die, it like makes him immortal.
Yeah, basically. The Fire Slayers revere him as a demigod. And he more or less is out to slay.
Is he like hunting like for corn himself at this point?
No, not yet. He's hunting down. I think he was supposed to be hunting Nagash because Nagash just like pissed him off.
Oh. I mean, it is Nagash, who is a god too, so it's not like he's facing off anything different now.
Yeah, it's not like he picked something weak to fight.
Yeah. Province secure. Peak pass. You've complete control of this province. It's now possible to issue commandments across the land.
I would suggest doing
Faction destroyed. Red Eye.
Nice. I would suggest doing the one for public order for now, just because you can help get your pretty abysmal or your pretty bad public order in line.
Right.
And then once you get back into the green, so click on the territory, and then there should be a little blue square towards the left corner of your screen.
Oh, let's rename. No. Aha, commandments. Here we are. Construction costs, no. Growth, no. I contribute.
You want to do.
Oh, I want
the ancestors. I think is the one you want to go for.
Yes, public order +2. Check.
Yeah.
All right, unassigned skills. Check. Let's see. Both the forge.
I don't think Nagash, like, I could see Nagash being in Total War Warhammer 3, but unless Total War Warhammer 3 is specifically end times, which would be nice if they did and actually made end times good rather than the, I don't want to call it heart garbage, because probably 2/3 of the lore for end times was actually interesting, but the execution of end times was absolute garbage. I think that's a fair assessment. What do you think?
What? Something about Nagash? Sorry.
So Lori Contagion in my chat was just like he wants Nagash to be in Total War Warhammer 3.
Oh, yeah.
Which unless Total War Warhammer 3 is specifically end times, I don't think we'll get.
Yeah, no, that definitely seems like a specifically end times requirement, that type of deal. I mean, he's been around since like first edition, so it's not like they can't throw him in. So he's always been around in the lore, anyways, beyond end times. But he definitely. It depends on what power level and what point of the story that they're in theory going for Total War. So.
Yeah, and that's the tricksy part, because it's just like it could really go either way.
All right. What exactly is this forge thing that I can do?
So you can click on the forge thing, and it'll let you choose, like, you can get like the Slayer's axe, the Mine Picker's axe. I think there's a couple armors you can get too.
Okay.
I would heavily suggest giving giving Ungrim Slayer's axe, so you can forge Slayer's axe, which gives him a bonus versus large, and then you just click on your character.
Okay.
Click on the little circle with his rank on it. Go to detail, and then just equip the axe.
There he is.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
Character details. Weapon. Slayer's axe. Common. Check. Alright. And that's it for my turn. That was a pretty productive turn, I think.
Yeah, you had a pretty good turn. Action destroy Red Eye.
Yep. That is who I killed.
Yep.
Alright, now that I have this under my control, I suppose I should either... Red Eye Mountain, which is currently neutral because... No, that is now owned by Bone Rattles, I think. Never mind. So I'm not going to go that way. Yeah, now we should start, working towards each other, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to start working... I was going to start working on that too. The problem is it's like I don't want to take the possibility of having Grom Peak and Mount Gunbad from you, just because basically like the next dwarves are like you have to go past Kislev to get to them, so they're a little ways off.
Well, I mean, the answer is we can throw troops to soften up the enemy alongside each other, and then just let me take the places.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I need to send Grom Brindle back, because I'm not technically at war with I'm technically not at war. So I can come back and get more quarrelers and then come back and deal with Okay, so let's put some quarrelers on Grundrak. Or like, hey, because I need to get the trading depot. Because then I'm going to start having crazy money. But yeah, my goal is I want to take Mount Gunbad with you, so that you and I can start trading, because that's when we're going to start making like so much money.
Right. So so Mount Gunbad's going to be our first target?
Yep.
Then? Okay.
Mount Gunbad and then Grom's Peak. And then I guess we'll have you work towards confederating Zufbad.
Zufbar?
Zufbar.
Zolfbar?
Yeah. Because I already have 2 orcs nearby me I can try to confederate.
What do you mean confederate?
So confederate basically pulls them into your faction.
Ah.
Which can be both a good and a bad thing.
Right. I Apparently, you approve military actions against Red Eyes, treason with Kraz Karak, trespasses against Lady Spears, and a past war. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see here. Let's select you guys. I'm going to put you all into March. Then March.
No, don't do March. Do Underways. It's a little more dangerous, but your army stack is pretty powerful,
Okay.
and it'll be a little bit faster to get down south quicker.
I can just click anywhere, or
You can click anywhere, but make sure you go as far as you want to go, because that's like anywhere you want to go that's in the yellow, and because once you click it, that's as far as you go. So if you click it like a quarter of an inch in front of yourself, that's as far as it will go.
okay.
But if you click as far south as you can go, it's a little bit faster than just marching, and it also doesn't leave you winded. So it's a little bit better. It has the danger of you being intercepted, but to be fair, you're quite the tough army, so it shouldn't cause you too much problems.
I can't seem to actually click anywhere. Oh, no, that doesn't put me anywhere near where I want it to go, actually. Or is it because... Or am I... Every time I switch chance, it's... Why am I not able to move? That's not very far.
You should be able to move, like according to my map, you should be able to move, like, right here.
Where?
Like, look down, if you're looking to go down south.
Oh, right there. Yeah, no, when I marched, I could have marched all the way to the other city.
Okay, then just march. Just make sure you switch your stance back.
My oath is intact.
Yeah, I guess your march is a bit faster.
Yeah, I can march directly to the next city, so...
Oof.
And turn. Check. That's all I got.
Beards in belts.
Okay, that should put me in a good position. Yeah, you're just gonna go hang out with Grombrindle. Okay. Research. Might as well go for Masterwork Crossbows. Since it's gonna be like 2 turns before I can really get into combat.
Yeah.
So it's like... And if I do it right, it'll be 3 turns, and I'll already just have the research in time to, like, attack.
Some wars were declared. Alright.
Yeah, but, like, one of them, like, really doesn't matter.
Ready.
Assume I want to swap back to...
Underpath.
And use Underway,
Slayer cape.
which can take me here. Trespassing will ever.
Onward to death.
best part is you can trespass right up to the thing, and there's not a whole hell of a lot that Morglum can do about it. You were sneaking into my territory, you little rat bastard.
Alright, alright, alright. Anything else I can do? No. Settlement upgrade available. Aha.
That is some loud-ass meows, cat.
Meow. Pay attention to me. Meow.
I mean, basically that. You freaking bastard. Oh, that's fine. I was coming for you anyways. Alright, Grom.
I'm leaving.
Grimgor went back to Black Crags. Damn it. I was hoping to be cheesy. Sorry, sneezed. I was hoping to be cheesy, and I was going to attack Black Crag while Grimgor was out and try to, like snipe it.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't about to let that happen. Alright. I think we have enough time to get, like, one more battle in each, maybe.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
I mean, it basically depends on where these guys decide they want to go.
Man, someone marched right up to me. Oh, there's my battle, I guess.
Oh, that's a hero. He's just trying to do stuff to slow you down.
Okay.
Just walk past them.
The Slayer King.
Going to stance none, I take it.
Yeah, because that's the battle stance.
Owls will be satisfied with this.
Okay. Declare war. Can I attack this turn? No, that would be next turn. So I'll march right up
Got them.
here. And then next turn I'll declare war when I attack their,
Seems legit.
And yeah. Yay, very exciting turn right there. I walked.
Yeah, that happens. Migration. A great migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. We let them cross into our territory or turn them away. I mean, might as well. It's free growth, and
Yeah,
I'm still doing.
nothing can go wrong, right?
I mean, I'm basically doing really well for myself right now. You know what? Might as well just go help out these dwarves in the meantime. Since I'm not at war with Grimgar, and he's kind of where I, like, don't need to fight him right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll move up a bit. I'm gonna pick up one more set of Quarrelers and 2 more Dwarf Warriors. Or just one more Dwarf Warrior. That's fine. Let's see what he does.
Pack is embedded in the army. Okay, there's an army.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an army there.
How big is that army? Not that big. It's all goblins
The
too.
thing is it's also got a pretty decent sized what's it called? Garrison.
Mm-hmm.
So you might need to lay siege to it.
Go march up, declare war, and lay siege.
Yeah.
Declare war. Your allies. Yep. Reliable. Check.
Attack! To battle!
Available siege equipment. Dwarf siege tower 2.
Yeah. So start with the ram and then do the siege tower because you can do both within 2 turns, and then probably just fill siege towers. How's the battle look? Is it like mostly red or is it like mixed
It's about
between red and
50-50.
yellow? Okay, then he shouldn't come out to fight you. So this means I have time to go kill Nashrak and then come and help you.
Okay. So 2 battering rams and then 2 siege towers.
Yeah. Oh no, just 1 battering ram and 2 siege towers. You never really need to open 2 doors.
Right. No, I don't want to break siege. And then continue siege. Check.
Pray I meet with Grimnir.
Then I should be able to get over there before your siege battle happens.
Alright. Alright. And I wanted to come up here. I can with that. Back. I can build. What do I want to? Well, alright. Build a siege works so I can start building guns.
Yeah, sounds fine. Can't seem to get to him this turn, so you know what? I'll use the underways so I can just hop, skip, and jump over to you.
Sounds good to me.
Forwards.
Now, if we're both in a battle, do we both control troops while the CPU controls theirs? Type of deal, as we,
Yeah,
spearhead
I'll
them?
control my troops and you'll control your troops.
Okay.
Basically, that's basically the start and end of it. Lord, has not. See, I should theoretically win this one. Oh, yeah, no. I've got some pretty overwhelming balance of power. It's just auto-resolve that. So we can get to the siege. I need you to click auto-resolve so I can continue.
Oh. That, okay, sure. I think once you click it, it should be. Decisive victory.
So I figured it out, like the extra kills that don't come on that like secondary screen or when you like slaughter the army.
Ah. It's the when you're chasing people down after the fight.
Yeah. There we go. That also gives me enough money to let's see. I think I should be able to buy a siege plant and upgrade that. So yeah. Let's go for dwarf treasures. That extra income from settlements would be like a huge boost to me.
Extra income is always extra income. Can never go wrong with extra income.
Yep. You know what? I don't mind you giving me free training. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Check.
Okay. You know what I would really like to see in Total War 3? And I'm not sure how they do it other than just playing it like it did in the other game, but I'd love to see demon armies like legit be a thing. Okay, I have to actually play this out.
It actually be.
Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna just instant lose it.
Okay.
Because it's like this battle's very winnable, but if I auto resolve it, I'm just going to lose, and I'd rather win.
You'd rather not lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, demons would probably be interesting. I mean, it's a question of, though, I don't know. I know on the tabletop, do demons still have the things where they all require to be summoned in type of deal, or
No, no, they can just start on the field now.
Ah.
And if I recall, late or 8th edition when I played, you can just have a demon army on the table.
Yeah, no, I know back when demons finally got their own codex, both in 40k and fantasy, you started with half on the field and you had to have the other half in Deep Strike.
Yeah, the other half had to be in Deep Strike, but that,
That went away.
Yeah. That went away. Now they just start on the field. And the best part is my favorite demon unit, the Flamer. Just kind of like starts. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me.
Yeah, you seem in a fairly good enough location.
And I'm in a good enough location, and they're coming at me, so there's like no reason to worry.
As opposed to every other orc battle we've had at this point.
Yeah.
Those are goblin riders.
Yeah, but that's fine. They're going at my miners.
Yeah.
It's like,
they're going right where you want them.
Yeah.
Go miners, chase him down. There's the war boss, off by himself.
Yep.
He's charging straight for your archers.
Yep.
Or your quarrelers, sorry.
Yeah. That's fine, because now I can just focus on killing everything.
Yeah.
And the thing is he is just going to absolutely murder those warriors. So I need to make sure that I can clear everything else up first. Alright, you guys just focus everything down. And I'm going to put you guys in guard mode, so when things start to run...
Someone yelled, "Orcs everywhere!"
Yeah. Alright. Come on. Just give one volley up, please. Alright, and now you guys can come onto there.
They just walked as someone retreats.
Yep. The quarrel, like I said, I can win this fight. I just couldn't win this fight if I let them do the fighting.
Leave them in twain.
I needed the things because the thing is dwarves auto resolution is really bad.
And those goblins are picking off the guys in the back there.
Yeah, but I'm starting to get into them now. Come on, you retreat now finally. I guess one more volley will have to be. There we go. Now they're retreating.
Yep, there's a unit of orcs here coming straight for.
I got him off. Like I said, the war boss is the thing that's causing me like the most problems.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You need to take out those archers. Alright, those orcs are retreating, so you need to shoot at archers again. Alright, did I break the... Okay, they're broken. You guys can go back. Alright, looks like everything's starting to break, which is great, because I was starting to have problems.
As opposed to the war boss over here. Still is not broken. He's exhausted.
Alright, he's fully broken. He's
Now
gotta
he's
get out. Yeah, and he's fully broken because his like bar is gone. Yes, finally. I'm like, I can win this fight. I just need him to just fucking go.
Break already.
Basically.
If you just break, I will win.
Oh my god. That was way harder than it should have been. We might have to save the siege to next time just because this battle took forever.
Yeah. What, it's already like 11 or something?
Yeah. What I probably should have did when there wasn't much I could do other than micromanage the quarrelers to speed it up. And yeah, it's already 11. Which is like way past when I usually stop streaming.
Yeah, well, we also start. You also started later this week.
Yeah, Chelsea got out of work at like 7:30 today, so it was like, it's just running late.
Nah. Which honestly, 8's not too bad for me, especially seeing as I work until 6. So, myself.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to shoot for 7:30, which is my usual start time. Because Chelsea usually goes in at 8 and gets out at 4, so I could have started cooking at like 6, but today she started at 10 and got out at like... got it out late.
Yeah.
I'll take the extra money. Close victory is still a victory.
Yep. It is still not a loss. And I am still on that load screen. Come on. You can do it. What is our victory objectives, by the way?
I can check. I think it's mostly just kill the greenskins.
Kill green screen skins. We'll
Kill
win this game.
greenskins, kill Skaven, and take Norska. And I think take Norska is specifically yours. Which will really suck for me because, like, I can come and help you, but, like, it's gonna be slow. Because I'm not gonna be catching territories because I'll be busy focusing on my war down south.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I could probably like dedicate 1 or 2 armies to like helping you out, but I can't do much more than that.
Yeah.
Much the same way that you could probably dedicate 1 or 2 armies to helping me, but not much more than that. We'll also probably have to deal with the vampire counts at some point, but I was planning on dealing with them myself.
All right. I mean, the answer too is you know, once we can connect our fronts, we won't have to worry about people in the middle, and then once we can form allyship with the other dwarves, we'll have them.
Yeah.
Which will, take some pressure off of us.
Yeah, because the thing is there's a lot more dwarves once you get past Kislev.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a lot easier.
Clan honor. Clan honor has been invoked. Tributes and clan dwarfs must be gathered. Some slight or greater grudge has been committed against clan, and the offenders must pay. Treasury. I guess that needs open up. I have nothing in my book of grudges though. What? I think that just cost me gold as an event.
Oh, there should be 2 choices. One that costs you gold and one that doesn't.
I did not have a choice.
Alright. That's
Clan
weird.
honor. Yeah. Apparently, I just needed to repay my honor and pay 750 gold.
Yep. That's weird.
Settlement besieged. Okay, no, that's...
That's you. You're besieging a settlement. You're not going to have much to do this turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Check.
Do you have like an upgrade or something you can do?
That is what I'm about to check.
You're probably going to want to get at least one building that's works public order, just so you could start going into the green.
Right.
That would be the refectory.
Refectory?
It's an infrastructure. The refectory. It makes booze and gives you 5. It gives you 5 public order and also 6 booze a turn.
That is a very important thing to build as a dwarf, is booze.
Yep.
Alright, I'll start building that. I've got an open slot. That is all I got. Check. In turn. Very exciting turn.
Yep.
I start building booze. Very important.
I defeated the Orc Lord in battle, which gave me 3 oath gold. Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Moving.
There we go. I should be close enough that if you start the battle, I'm involved in it. Yeah, because there's the battle circle.
Okay.
Let me just make sure.
The throng of Cadrin welcomes you.
Yep. Yep, we're good.
Alright. It's good.
I do still have other stuff. I do have other things I'm doing, but that's at least taken care of. Yeah, might as well wait a turn. Yeah, I'll pay for itself in 13 turns. But I should start working on that. I'll be in battle next turn. Okay. Let's see about doing this Morglum battle.
See, I think my doorbreaker or ramp should be finished building or something if I was reading that right now, by now.
You should probably be done with most everything by now.
Cadrin attacks.
Let's see.
To battle.
I can't see what's it. Garrison details. There we are.
Mostly got elves.
Yeah.
Few arrow boys in there.
Blood.
Yeah, let's do it. Should have more than enough guys.
Siege builder doesn't finish building for another turn.
Alright, we'll wait one more turn.
My command is attack.
Unassigned skill.
Pray I meet with Grimnir.
Think. Yeah, that is there. Check. Cool. 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 Yep. Alright. We'll wait the one more turn. So then I can have my siege towers.
Yep.
Undercity discovered.
What would Grundy good?
What?
What would Grundy do? A reckoner has approached requiring guidance on how to settle a dispute between two clans. Both are claiming ownership of a mine. One has remained loyal to you for centuries, the other has opposed many of your edicts. Give it to the loyalist clan. Give it to the opposing clan. Gives me diplomatic relations.
Apparently, I have discovered an Undercity underneath Nashrik's lair.
Nashrik's lair?
Yes.
Where the fuck is that?
It's in the, it's one of my...
Oh, there's some sneaky sneaks doing some bullshit up in here.
How do I deal with that?
You have to... I don't know, I've never actually had to deal with that. I'll look it up between this session and the next one, and
all right.
I'll let you know. Forge the Slayer's Axe, which I'll give to Groth. Because he's just a generic lord, so he could use some bonuses. Let's go break this. Fearless and unbreakable. Let's go break that thing over there. I'm just gonna auto-resolve it. I'm undisputedly going to win this one.
Alright.
Just need you to click auto-resolve as well.
Decisive victory.
I love going and looking at the Iron Drakes and seeing them get like 300 kills each time.
Yeah.
Just to occupy. Okay. Well, you guys don't like me. Hold on. Should be. Let's ask for some money. Okay, I'll just do the military access then. Yeah, there you go. Okay, sorry that took so long. I'm just trying to, Yeah.
I refuse.
Nothing else I can do.
Alright.
Oh, my side skill points. Hold on, I have oh, I can finally repair this building. Yeah, we'll make some money. Alright, now let's do that fight, and then call it a night.
Alright.
Okay, I don't think he got close enough to interfere in the fight. Which is great, because that means we can do that fight, and then I can go punch him in the face.
The Bray herds have come. Out of the forest they emerge, the horn beast stands ready. Oh, they are the Cloven Ones, the Children of Chaos. They have come for the use to tear down this civilization. War herds are migrating, destroying anything in the path. Defend yourselves from the Beastman's wrath.
Yeah. So basically, what that means is that the Bray herds are random Beastman roving tribes, and they popped up somewhere within a civilization we know about. We don't know where they're at the moment, or at least I wasn't able to. Can you go away?
They're next to Mount Squighorn and Crag Drawn.
Oh, yep, nope, they're right there. They started in the lava. That's super cool. That just means I have to send Grombrindle back for some free XP. I've always wanted to try playing the Beastmen. Yeah, there we go. Let's fight.
What?
Fight!
See what it's like to play a Beastman campaign?
Yeah, because I've never done one of the Horde campaigns before.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna fight and drink and fight. I did try Wood Elf campaigns. They're like some parts of them are weirdly easy. Like, so there's this thing called suitable climates where everybody has like certain climates that they're really good for. Some climates they're not as good for, so it's a little harder to build there. And some climates that's just awful for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing for like every race.
Yep.
Straight up, wood elves are good for every climate. Like even the chaotic ones, which is like, this is some bullshit. Oh, I get to walk on the table. You might want to set up like right where I'm going to be coming in over. Like you're probably going to want to set your guys up here to go in like for that gate, and just take that gate and then put your your things on either side, and then just put everything else behind it. And then what you're going to want to do, and I know this is going to sound weird, you're going to want to rush the walls.
Rush the walls?
Because these cannons have a limited arc. So, like, they can only fire out about yay far, maybe less.
Okay.
So you want to get... So all your guys, you're going to want to get under that. So when you right-click your guys, just make sure to drag them out like as far as possible so they're thinned out. And then just make sure you have your guns just shooting up at the archers they're going to have up there. I got lots of archers, so I'm going to try to bring them up as quickly as I can, but I'm going to be coming in from the side, so it'll take me a little bit.
Alright.
But yeah, so the idea is just we're going to want to get under it as quickly as possible while your towers kind of take like this location, and you beat down the door right here. And that should be good.
Alright.
Come on, Broth.
By Grumney, move the tower! Push that tower! Kazook!
Just
Aye, as you command!
get to this wall.
The axe of Dargo thirsts! Move now! On our way!
Go.
Go.
Yep, there we go. I'm gonna try to have my dwarf warriors go up the walls.
Take aim!
You guys go up those walls.
Range far! Range fast! Kazakan, ha! They have wronged us! Drag the axe! Slayers! Yes, Lord!
Actually, no, just go.
Thunderous!
Slayers on the wall.
Yep. Now just push stuff, like, once they come out, just click a unit and right-click it, and they'll go in and up the wall.
Slayers! Vengeance! Lead them at blood!
And my boys are starting to join you up on the wall.
Killers!
All my quarrelers back you up. Yep. Our ladders have docked with the walls.
Nothing can stop us!
Alright. That's one ranged unit out of there. How's the... did you right-click the gate?
Yeah,
Oh, you might need to... You gotta back your giant slayers up. They're blocking the doorway.
the giant slayers are on the ramp.
Then your other slayers need to back up.
For the High King!
Nope.
Well guarded! Pull that ram, lads!
That's you're on the ramp. You stayed.
Ramming speed!
Yeah. There's one, like, right in front of them. Like, if you zoom in close, you'll see them.
Slayers!
No, that's the giant slayers who are on the ramp.
Yeah, and then there's one, like, right in front of the ramp. Like, slayers.
Yes!
No, they should be piling into the tower.
No, there's another, like, slayers with the giant slayers.
No, they're not. I'm fairly certain that I've told them all at this point to get into the tower. So there. It's kind of stupid that they can body block themselves at that if that's what's happening.
Yeah, they can, it's weird, but now the gate should be going down. Come on, shoot them down. You guys can,
Slayers! Ready to strike! Thunderous!
I was not prepared for these quarrelers to get stuck in combat, but that's fine.
For the ancestors' gods!
Come up. Alright, now we can just go in the door.
Enemies destroyed.
Yes!
Yep.
I do
So now your giant slayers have free reign to murder everybody inside that place.
The clans unite!
Slayer
Oh,
King and giant slayers in.
Yep. I'm backing you up with some quarrelers while our warriors and slayers take the walls.
Slayers!
I also have my great king helping out on the wall. Or actually, you guys just go out over here.
We'll guard it! We stay put!
Now is the season of their discontent. Okay.
Dwarf honor is at stake!
Alright, where's my quarrelers
For the
at?
ancestors! Kill them!
Yeah, you guys go shoot them. Hey, while you're at it, you go in there. You shoot them. Alright, how's these walls looking?
Yes, Lord!
Good. You guys can start killing and... You guys can back up these one quarrelers I fucked up.
Move
Come
to
on, just
attack!
get down. No, you guys stay and fight. The quarrelers are getting out.
guys going?
Move! It is an order! Obey me! Attack!
Yeah, now they're starting to break. That's a
There,
victory.
Victory. Just a
That's-
mass swarm of slayers charging people down.
Yeah, I like how your slayers just like once the gate broke, they just started jumping off the walls to murder people, and it's like my warriors are sitting over here going, "There's plenty of greenskins we still have left to murder. Fine,
Don't
I
worry.
guess we'll take care of this."
You got it. No. You see, once they took the walls, they left the guns up there, and then all the slayers are like, time to go.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a whole like several units of guys who just didn't even fight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in battle. Oh man, that was brutal and bloody and actually really fun.
Yep. I only lost 38 guys on my side.
Yep, and I lost 78, and most of that was my own damn fault.
Yeah.
Like, I had a unit of quarrelers I sent up on the wall. You know, funnily enough, they actually got a lot of kills, but they also were just stuck in melee, and I forgot to turn them off skirmisher mode, so they're trying to figure out how to run away while being stuck on the wall. And I'm like, okay, hold on, go into skirmisher mode, and once they were in skirmisher mode, like, quarrelers are armored, so they're really hard to kill.
Yeah.
So they were just, like, murdering goblins. And the warriors freaking pulled their weight, too. Got... two with over 70, one with 60, one with 50. There was one that was running around a lot that only got 20. My ground quarrelers didn't do much, but to be fair, they kept the shooting pressure off of you, so I think that was more than worth it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm playing Slayer, so when we come to late game battles, when we're working together, you know, it's really, I'm just going to spam all my melee infantry, and you can back me up with cannons. Come on.
Fair enough. Ugh. Alright, just waiting for you to pop up and clear it out. And then once you end your turn, I can do my turn real quick and end my turn, and then we can save it and call it a night. Well,
Alright.
it'll auto-save and we can call it a night.
Right. Come on. Load.
Well, we still have one more settlement that the two of us have to go murder for. Well, have to go murder a git and then go, and then we can go take that location.
Yeah. Take that next time.
Yeah. We can take that next time and start helping you help Zulfbar and take care of the Skaven menace they're dealing with.
The Skaven's in my place.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's two Skaven locations like nearby you that's also being problematic.
I'm gonna say there's one in my province that needs to be taken care of, and then there's one, you know, somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's an Undercity, which is weird. Well, to be fair, the AI isn't smart, so it doesn't think to put the Undercity like underneath your capital where they'll get the most money for it.
Right.
And they also got like detected super easily, so.
Decisive victory.
Our combined forces lost less than 150 guys.
Let us occupy.
Didn't even lose like 10%.
Trait gain. Orcsbane. On Ungram Iron Fist now has Orcsbane as a...
Yep, he has
Trait.
bonuses to kill.
+3 when fighting against Greenskins. in his army.
Yep.
Enemy killed in battle. Hack. Enemy killed in Bagum. Morgulum. They killed two warlord.
Yeah. Well, you kill a warlord and a hero. There can only be so the warlord is only in charge of the army,
Mm-hmm.
I grow restless.
but the what's it called is in charge of you can have as many heroes as you want, much like the fantasy battles.
All right.
But yeah, I've been playing this game like non-stop for like a couple weeks now.
All right. What's this
I
guy?
basically was like, fuck WoW, and then just like started playing this game non-stop.
Mm-hmm. Lord, building browser, garrison details. Under garrison details? No.
What are you looking for?
Trying to see if I can just see a way to deal with the Undercity in the UI.
No, let me see. Deal with Skaven Undercities. Move to How do I get rid of Skaven Undercities? Well, that little guy is an agent. So you click on the settlement or city, and in the panel there's a small triangle Skaven button next to the buildings.
Yep.
On the appropriate city. Click on that and it will show how much it costs to destroy the Undercity.
Aha. 2,000 gold. Destroy Undercity.
Well, you probably just got a boatload of gold, so...
Yeah. Alright, enter.
Yeah.
I also earn like almost 1,000 gold per turn, it looks like, so.
Yep. I'm getting up there too, especially because I think it automatically, like, had us immediately once we could start trading.
Some call me a king. You are welcome here.
Yeah, here we go.
Trade agreement, trade agreement. Counter offer. Accept. Accept.
Aye.
You've accepted their offer.
Meetings.
Yeah,
You know-
so now we're both making more money, and as you start mining resources, which you actually get from Mount Gunbad, and we unlock more resources that will cause us to make like just that much more money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go kill Crash, Nashrak.
Apparently it has sparring chambers based on there, which gives me warriors. But they're not slayers.
Warriors are really good because they're armored and shielded, so they can take range shots and also just kind of hang around for a while.
Yeah, I know, I understand it. It's not a terrible idea to have warriors in with my slayers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Who's that right there next to you?
Grinoth Grundajak.
Nashrak there? With the blaze spears?
Oh. That's the Wrathger Beard Burner?
Nashrak? This guy right here? How do you draw?
There's a little like color palette in the upper right corner.
Aha. This guy right here.
Oh, Gundrak or Nashrak?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sneaking up on us to try to come and help with the siege.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like he's been causing me problems in my territory. I went to hunt him down to kill him, but he ran, and like he's like just out of like murder range.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not now.
Drink.
Nope. Um,
All right. So our objectives, working together, by the way, as I just pulled this up now, is between the two of us, we need to raise or conquer at least 140 different settlements.
Jeez, what is this? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Together with your cooperative ally, maintain 200 units in total, and research
Which-
12 technologies.
Which one's this under? Oh, objectives.
Yeah, cooperative objectives.
So,
So technically, it doesn't matter which way we go. We can just
oh, okay. So it's not. It doesn't have the short victory condition, long victory condition like it normally does. But to be fair, I mean, might as well just like have you go north, me go south, and
spread out.
yeah. And honestly, like we'll get through technology super quick if we just stick to like the lower stuff, like 12 technologies. That's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Now, if we were playing a different race, like say Wood Elves, who don't have that many technologies, this would be a different discussion.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? Yeah, might as well just go tool makers, start making more money off that. Because the thing with the dwarves is like they have two things that are really good for them, and that's like wealth and like pure unadulterated strength.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're durable as hell. And having that money is just super helpful. All right, let's see. I don't see why I'm having so much problems with you. Zipfar's giving me less trouble. Alright. I can make my turn, and then I'll autosave it, and then we can call it a night.
Sounds good to me.
Betting that little bastard fucking underweighs his way out of this one. Which will be nice, because if he underweighs and either you or I can catch him, like, we can maybe quick save.
Let us
Yeah.
speak quickly, for I wish to fight.
Who wants that? The dwarves are offering me non-aggression packs now.
Yeah!
Except. He switched to raiding camp. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It's gonna get up.
Confederation. Grimgore's Ardboys and Scabby Eyes. Okay. Raiding.
Yeah, this is the worrying part, is like people are gonna start confederating with Grimgore, so that's why I'm like I have to kill him quickly.
Yeah.
Because Grimgore is beastie now. Like he used to, like he was okay, like a decent threat, but like not great. But the new update with Punch like shot him through the roof
Mhm.
with his rebalance, and he's now like top tier. Like he's the easiest orc to play, and he's also the best orc to play.
Apparently Nashrak there, I now have a grudge to take on Nashrak, because he had the nerve to set up a raiding camp in my territory.
Well, you can teleport next to him. I mean, I'm gonna end the game anyways.
I know.
So that's
I think,
not a big deal. But you
I think he's just close enough to walk right up to him anyway, so...
maybe. You might have enough distance. Like, I was too short last time.
There's my...
Aye.
But,
No.
it's... Yeah.
I know you're
It's
gonna
like-
end it anyways, but
Yeah. You just want to see if you can get there. Nope, my big
Nope.
fat dwarf butt's in the way.
you're in the way. Okay.
Yeah.
I could. Oh,
You,
I'll probably
you'll be
just.
able to redo it.
Yeah, I'll be able to redo it. I think the answer is I'll be able to. You can end this at any point. As I'm
Yeah.
just talking.
So let me end the stream portion. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good day. Alright, so while that's recording. Yeah, you could either use the underways to get next to him, so when I go to attack him, you get to get in on the attack too.
Yeah, because I have a grudge on him, so.
Yeah. If I kill him, the grudge goes away, but you also don't get the oath gold for it.
Right. I mean, I'm currently also generating 6 oath gold per turn between my 2 heroes, I think, so.
Yeah.
But at the same point, I think, yeah. Yeah, but if I participate, I would still settle my grudge, wouldn't it? Or.
Yeah. Yes, if you participate, it would still settle your grudge.
So. Alright.
Yeah. My big thing is I want to go take Mount Silver Spear, because I'm pretty sure there's like a weak Skaven clan over there, and I just don't want to fucking deal with that.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna probably swing around to Grom Peak myself then.
Yeah. I figure I'll go with you and take Grom Peak, and then maybe help deal with the Skaven, and just leave the Skaven in my back for, like, till I deal with Grimgore.
Yeah.
And Blackrag, because once I deal with Blackrag, I can double back, because most of the other orcs in this region are not particularly powerful.
Yeah.
Like the... let me pull up the I can't pull up the diplomacy, but I know the blue shield tooth guys. Teeth snatches are mostly goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Skarsnik, which is a legendary lord, is like halfway across the world right now, or in Carrick 8 Peaks.
Alright.
I don't remember which, but if he's in Carrick 8 Peaks, he doesn't leave Carrick 8 Peaks. He just stays there. And most of the south is just varying bands of orcs that is mostly just for Grimgore to deal with. So he can wog and go and kill the dwarves.
Right.
Oh yeah, I think we're all set.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna head out, so have a good night.
Yep, you too. Have a good one.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Game award. Yep, got it. All right, I think that is going to be it for me as I talk my stream here. Thanks for thanks for coming. If anyone's still out there, you know, if you haven't, you can give me a follow. Stick around a little bit more. You know, this is probably going to be an ongoing thing. Every other week or so, we're planning on getting together and do some, you know, go through this Dwarven campaign, and then we'll probably, I don't know, might do some more after that. We'll see. Should be all good thing. Hopefully y'all stuck around and enjoyed what you got. Listen to us banter. Anyways, thank you all. Have a nice one. See y'all later. Oop. Try that again. Here we are.